Okay, so what we are looking at is going to be the original petition and a suit affecting the parent-child relationship. This is a document that you must file with the court in order to get your case started, okay? So right here where it has your let's start from the top. Sorry about that. You're going to leave this information here where it says, notice this document contains sensitive data. You're going to leave this here simply because this document does contain sensitive data and you want the court to know that whenever they file it in your case, okay? As it relates to this cause number, you're going to take those zeros out. You will probably put a line here because when you file this with the court is going to write in your cause number. Right now, you do not have a cause number. You will not have a cause number until you actually file it with the court and the court gives you a cause number. Speaking of cause number, you also do not have a court number. You will not get assigned to a court until you file this with the court. So when you file this petition with the court, your cause number and your court number is going to be left blank, okay? Now let's jump right here. You see where it says blank county. On your petition that you have, it should say blank county. That is where you are gonna put whatever county you are in. So for the purposes of our video, we're gonna be in Harris County. Right here, if you are in Bexar County, you put Bexar County, or I'm sorry, I think it's called Bexar County. If you're in Bexar County, you're going to put it there. San Antonio, Fort Bend County, whatever your county is, it is going to go here. So you're going to remove the word blank and you're going to write in your county there. Here, in the interest of, you're going to put your children's name here. The reason I said children, if you have multiple children, you're going to put all their names here. If you have one child, you're going to put that name here. Let me just pause here. Each child who has a different father, they have to be separate lawsuits, okay? So when you're thinking about which children's name to put here, it's gonna be whatever the father. So if, for the purposes of this video, the mother and father, they share the children, that child or the children, they're gonna go here. Mom, if you have two different baby daddies, then you're going to have two different petitions, two different cases, okay? So when you put your child's name, you're only going to put your child's name that is with the father before the court or your children's name before the court, okay? So for the purposes of today's video, we're going to name our child Sierra Doe, okay? So here we're going to name Sierra Doe. That's child 1. And because we have children already there, we're going to name in Marcus Doe, okay? Those are the children's names. Now, what I encourage you guys to do is to check your county, make sure they don't want you to put the initials and not the full name. Some counties require initials and not the full name, okay? So here, because I do have Sierra Doe and Marcus Doe, I'm going to leave this that says children. If you only have, in your particular case, if you only have Sierra Doe, then what you're going to do is instead of children, you're going to change it to a child, okay? Simple, just like that, right? As it relates to everything else, we're just going to jump down and we're going to focus on the parts of the order or the petition that you're going to change and enter your information, okay? So here, this is just saying the discovery level according to the code. Because this is a petition, you're going to be under discovery level 2, which means you're going to follow the Texas Rules of Civil Procedure for discovery level number 2. The nature of this suit is brought to establish and determine the terms of the parent-child relationship. You're asking the court to do an order, okay? This suit is brought by where it says petitioner in all caps, you're going to put your name, okay? For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be Jane Doe, okay? I am the petitioner, meaning I am the one that is filing this custody order, okay? Here it says Jane Doe, who's the petitioner, is the mother to the children subject to this suit, okay? Now I'm going to flip it. If you are a male and you are taking this course, you're going to change your name. John Doe, which is still the petitioner, and you're going to change it and say, who is the father. Okay, makes sense? If you are a woman taking this course, you're going to put your name and you're going to change it to who is the father, okay? Who is the mother, I'm sorry. If you are a male taking this course, you're going to change your name and leave petition, you're going to change it to father, okay? So remember, for the purposes of this video, we're going to be Jane Doe, which is a female, because I'm a female, okay? So I'm gonna be the mother. Remember that if you only have one child, you're going to change this to say child, okay? And if there's multiple children, you're going to leave it to say children, okay? Standing. Petitioner standing to file this suit is based on the status as a parent of the child or the children, depending on how you do, so you won't change anything here, okay? So remember, anytime you see petitioner in all caps is when you're going to add your name, okay? So for the purpose of this, Jane Doe standing or John Doe standing to file this suit is based on her status as a parent of the child or the children, okay? Parties, petitioner, which again, you see all caps, that means that you are going to replace it with your name because you are the petitioner, okay? So I'm going to change it to say Jane Doe is the petitioner in this action. And then if you, again, petitioners in all caps, I'm going to put Jane Doe again. Jane Doe's last 3 digits of the driver's license, you're going to add that here. You see where it says 000. You're going to put the last 3 digits of your Texas driver's license number. So it's going to be 353. I know you're thinking, well, dang, I don't have a Texas driver's license. I have a Michigan driver's license, but I'm now a Texas resident. What you're going to do is you're going to change it to say Michigan's driver's license and put the last 3 of your digits. Okay, it's in Word for a reason, guys. We're able to work. Okay, so here the last 3 digits, you see petitioner's name. Petitioner is in all caps. That means that you're going to replace it with your name. So my name is Jane Doe in this thing, and then the last 3 of my social security number, I'm going to add it here as 765 756, whatever. Okay, so now we're going to jump down to respondent in this action. Okay, notice respondent is not you. So respondent is going to be the father of the children or the mother of the children, depending on who you are. Okay, so here where it says respondent, we're going to put, because I'm Jane Doe, the respondent is John Doe. Okay, respondent is John Doe. Okay, I'm still recording. Sorry, making sure I'm still recording. Okay, the father of the child is John Doe. That's the respondent. Okay, so anytime you see respondent in all caps, you're going to add John Doe or the other parent's name. Anytime you see petitioner in all caps, you're going to add your name. Get me? Okay, so now service of citation, meaning that you are going to request that the court serve the other parent. So service of citation is requested. Respondent is in all caps. So you're going to put John Doe, and then you're going to put their address here. All right. So address 123 Sandra Creek. I just made that up in my head. Houston, Texas, 77521. Okay. That's going to be the zip code that's going to be the address for John Doe today. Okay. If in your case, you are asking that the other party sign a waiver and you're not asking for them to get served, what you're going to put here is you're going to remove this sentence where it says service of citation. You're going to take that out and you're going to put no service is requested on the respondent, John Doe, at this time. Okay, that's it. Let's jump back up here. One thing I forgot, service of request is requested on John Doe at this address or wherever he may be found. That's important. Okay, if you're requesting service, and let's just talk about that real quick. If you are thinking that the other parent is not going to sign a waiver and you're going to have to get them served, you're going to do this one. Okay, and if you are thinking that the other parent is going to sign the waiver, you're going to do this one. Let me tell you guys the difference, because a lot of people kind of get this confused. Signing the waiver does not mean that you agree with what's going on. It means that you have notice of what's going on. So whenever you file a lawsuit with the court, you have to give notice, okay? Give me 1 second. How do Okay, so as I was discussing, the difference between the service of citation is if the other person is not going to sign a waiver and you have to get them served. The other one is they are going to sign a waiver and you don't have to get them served. If they're going to sign a waiver is free. And if you're going to get them served, it is a cost to get them served. Also, keeping in mind that service of citation is just giving them notice that you filed a lawsuit. It's not saying that they agree. It's not saying that they're okay. It's simply saying that they have knowledge that you filed the lawsuit. And I think that that is very important for you to explain to the other parent when deciding whether or not they're going to sign a waiver, okay? Next, we're going to go down to the section that says parents, okay? Here, the mother of the children is, you're going to write John Doe, okay? And then the father of the children, the subject of this suit is John Doe, okay? And then here is where, let me take that out. No, this is where you put the date. So if there's an acknowledgement of paternity from the other father, I'm sorry, from the father, you put the date that there has been a acknowledgement of paternity, right? So let's just put January 1st, 2021 by submission of right here. Respondent is in all caps, so you're going to put John Doe's acknowledgement of paternity with the Bureau of Vital Statistics. And then you just put here respondent, which is going to be John Doe. Acknowledgement of paternity has neither been rescinded nor contested, meaning John Doe is acknowledging that they are the father of the children, okay? Jump down, we're going to talk about the children. So for the purposes of the video, remember we named our child Sierra Doe, and Sierra is a female, and Sierra's date of birth is May 25th, 2020, we should say 2020, okay? That's gonna be Sierra's date of birth and her sex. If you have more children here, you're gonna add, remember we did Marcus Doe at the beginning, and then Marcus is going to be a male, and then Marcus's date of birth is going to be March 26, 2022, okay? And so on and so forth for all of the children that you have, okay? Now we jump down, no court has continued jurisdiction of the affecting the parent-child relationship because this should be your first time filing this lawsuit. So no court should have continued jurisdiction. There should be no court-ordered relationships. UCCJEA statement is saying that each party resides in Texas and that no other information is applicable, meaning the child does not reside somewhere else and you're trying to file in Texas, okay? Health insurance, I always put this statement that the information regarding the health insurance will be filed before the court at a later time, okay? Hopefully there's no protective order in place, so you'll be able to leave this sentence here. If there is a protective order in place, you want to change, instead of no, you just want to put protective order and take out no and just say protective order is in place for this case. Here you see it says petitioner is in all caps, so that means you're going to put your name. John Doe states that there is no property or value owned or possessed by the children or the child of this suit. Here, appointment of joint managing conservators. So you're going to put here, it is in the best interest of the children that Jane Doe, who's the petitioner, and the respondent is John Doe, be appointed as joint managing conservators of the children. And then petitioners in all caps. So you're going to put Jane Doe petitions this court to appoint Jane Doe, the petitioner, and then the respondent, which is John Doe, as joint managing conservator of, you're going to put your children's name here, Sierra Doe and Marcus Doe. We're going to put him there, okay? Or whatever your children's name is. If there's more children, you'll add them there. with all the rights and duties appointed as a joint managing conservator of a child. If you are asking for the court to give you sole managing conservatorship, you're going to ask the court here, appointment of, you're going to change to say sole, S-O-L-E, and then you're going to put it's in the best interest of the child that Jane Doe, and you remove this part, be appointed as, you put sole managing conservator of the child or the children, okay? Here you put Jane Doe, petition the court to appoint Jane Doe, remove here where it says John Doe, and you change this to sole managing conservator of the children, okay? Primary residence designation here, because petition is in all caps, you're gonna put Jane Doe petitions this court to designate Jane Doe as the conservator who has the exclusive right to determine the residence of the children within Harris, and I always put contiguous counties, which means that you can either live in your county that you are in or in any counties that surround, that touch your county. You can also change it to say here without my brain, without geographic restriction. You can change that. You don't have to have a geographic restriction, or you can change it to say within the state of Texas. Whatever you decide that you want the geographic restriction to be, you put it there, okay? Electronic communication, you're gonna put Jane Doe petitions this court to order reasonable periods of electronic communication. For child support, if the children are gonna reside with Jane Doe, then John Doe is gonna pay child support, right? So here where it says petitioner, again, you're going to say Jane Doe petitions this court to order John Doe to make payments to Jane Doe for the support of the children, including medical and dental support. And then here, petitioner, that's you again, you ask the courts that the income be withheld from John Doe's earnings of John Doe. That's the person paying child support. Here, Jane Doe again, because it's in all caps. Petition the court to order that on the death of John Doe, that's the father, child support obligation will not terminate but continue as an obligation to the children. If it is Jane Doe or the mother that's paying child support, you want to change that to say her child support obligation, okay? We're gonna take this out, that's not necessary. So if you are asking for temporary orders, which I don't think that you should in this particular case, you would fill out this part. I would tell you temporary orders is something that you put in place right now, as in like if you need something right now, you put this in place, but that means you're gonna go to court several times, okay? So I'm gonna take out, for the purposes of this particular video, I'm gonna take out temporary orders because we are trying to get an order simply, okay? We're also gonna take out attorney fees because we're not asking for that because you are representing yourself and you don't have any attorney fees. The prayer is that you issue citation. We're gonna take out the grant of temporary orders, and then we're also going to take out attorney fees. And for the purposes of this video, I'm taking that out, but when I upload this document to you, none of that information will be in, just to make it a lot more easier for you. When you jump down here, none of this information will be put. You will have respectfully submitted Jane Doe, which is SS stands for signature. And then you're gonna type your name, Jane Doe. And then you're gonna take this information out, but you are then going to place your address here, right? So 123 Sandra Court, apartment 152, Houston, Texas, 77045. And then you're gonna put your email, janedoe@gmail.com, okay? And then you're done. That was easy, right? Okay, so then once you finish all this, this form is done and you're ready to take it down to the court, okay? We're gonna do these videos separately because I don't want you to get overwhelmed, but this is how you complete your petition and this is what you're gonna file with the court.